There were two white supremacists that attacked a black woman at a Walmart in Louisiana. Now, their names were Dylan Reynolds, 22, and 24-year-old Michael Walters. They were running from the law because they had hate crime charges on them from a November 29th incident. Now, according to the police report, they stated that the sister was loading her vehicle at a West Monroe Walmart, and when she was approached by the two white supremacists. Now, they began terrorizing this black woman that didn't do them anything at all. She was just minding her business, loading her car. They saw her as a soft target. They saw her as, let's go ahead and victimize this black woman because we are cowards. This is what we are, and this is what we do. And the police report stated that everything was captured on surveillance video. Now, the parking lot victim was yelled at and called the N-word, what the officer stated. They say the female rushed her items in a vehicle and tried to escape the two white males while they were yelling racial slurs at her. The woman fled the scene in her vehicle. One of the men chased her on foot with an empty shopping cart buggy, which he rammed in the back of her van as she slowed to clear a speed bump. The cart caused over $1,000 in damage to her vehicle. Now, according to the surveillance footage, the two white supremacists hopped in a dark gray Dodge Ram 2500 pickup truck and sped off before police arrived. Truck also was spotted on Reynolds' Facebook page. Now, they were booked into the correctional center in Richwood, Louisiana. They remain in custody as of the next morning. The bond for each suspect is set at $20,000 on the hate crime charge. That is a real low bail for a hate crime charge, because when brothers get arrested just for small things, they usually give them a $50,000 bond. So what is that? That's only $2,000 to get out of jail. You see, even though when they terrorize black folks, this is the response of the local law enforcement and with the judges. I mean, you see, we don't have no protection at all in the United States of America as black people. We don't. We have been the group of people that's been brought over here as slaves, have been looked at and treated as less than human, still being treated less than human today. This woman was minding her own business, and she was terrorized by two young white supremacist males. For what? For the color of her skin. This is the terrorism that we deal with. See, these terrorists that run around America, these white supremacist terrorists, they don't want to label them as terrorists because they look like them. This is why we always talk about the complexion for the protection. Because you know good and well, if this were two black men and they did this to a white female, you know good and well they would have had not only hate crime charges, terrorism charges, attempted murder charges. They'd have put all kind of charges on these two black men. But when it comes to a black woman, no. Even though they called her the N-word. This is why a lot of black people in this day and time must keep your head on the swivel. A lot of us have to start practicing our Second Amendment rights or carrying some sort of mace, taser, something, because these white supremacist terrorists are running wild. As a privilege slip from away from them, they become more and more violent, and they cannot stand to see you do better than them. Most of the race riots that were fueled against black people in this country was against black people doing for themselves and black people doing it better than them with a lot less and with no opportunity. So when they see you doing well, they get angry. Look how much money he's making. Look how much money she's making. Why? I don't know why they got that house. Oh, they only got the college because of affirmative action. Like they got to keep talking down to you because they know within themselves that I'm in a system that was built for me, by my people, for my people, and I still didn't make it. And I know this system is against those people. It's not for those people, and it's definitely not by those people. And yet they made it above me. What kind of person am I? I am a waste of white. That's what they think about themselves. And that's why they get angry and want to harm black folks. So this is usually how it works out. All the time. It's a lot of it's fueled by jealousy and hate. You see, this are things that black folks have to deal with all the time. And then you're demonized for speaking about a truthful thing that's happening to you. You even got black men making videos calling me race baiter or race pimp. Black men. I can understand white supremacists doing it. I'm cool on that. But black men, they don't want me to tell you the truth of what's happening to black people. And when they clearly state that they calling this black woman the N-word, they chased her, they threw a cart into her car, but we don't supposed to be reporting on that. It's extremely, extremely sad that we have people like that within our community. They rather protect two terrorists. They rather protect them. But they won't speak up for the women in the community who's being abused, the women in the community that's being terrorized. No, we will continue, no matter what any of them say, we will continue to put out the messages speaking against this evil that's happening. And if you got a problem with the evil that's happening, or you have a problem with me speaking against that evil, then you let the world know who you are. A supporter of evil and a person that's in league with the devil. Women, always keep your head on the swivel. Never trust. When you see they walking around in a pack, they're looking at you funny. Never trust. I'm telling you, park in the area that's well lit. If you can practice your Second Amendment rights, you can get you a concealed carry. Get that. You have a right to self-defense. Because what they did to her, she had a right to defend herself. What if she couldn't have got away from them? What if? But I'm glad nothing happened to this sister outside of some damage to her vehicle. But, you know, this is the time that we're living in. This is the Jim Crow time that they want to revert back to, where they think it's okay to attack black folk.